office, or helping support folks run for office. Just really quickly let folks know, Oil Change USA is an organization that does research and advocacy around the true cost of the fossil fuel industry on our people, on our bodies, on our planet, but on our democracy as well. And we're working really hard to separate oil and state, and one way we think that can happen is through a candidate's pledge to say no to fossil fuel money. So there are these flyers up front and also on the tables. Just a quick explanation of a simple pledge that says, I won't take fossil fuel money when I run for office. We're building this program out right now, so please visit our website or send an email to the email address on this page, and we would love to work with you to develop the idea to distinguish yourselves as candidates who are free from dirty money and real protectors of the planet and our communities. Thanks.
Immigration is probably pretty safe from getting that money, so it's a good place to take. And organizations like Oil Change and ours at Climate Hot Vote, it's our job to make that kind of commitment, help you, and that's we want to build the virtuous cycle to take the challenge of the dirty money and turn it against itself. Also partner organizations include Netroots Nation. They provide trainings at their annual conferences. This year it's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, and in the middle of the summer, so you should definitely be there, but it's going to be amazing. It's the first time that they've had the conference in the Southeast, and I'm really excited about the work that they're going to be doing there. And the Friends of the Earth Action, not only a partner, but also one of the sponsors of this event, and so deeply grateful for that. The Food and Water Action Fund does tremendous organizing work, especially, but certainly not exclusively on fracking. And if you don't know them already, you should find who in your who is involved with Food and Water Watch or Food and Water Action Fund locally. And so they're an amazing organization. They're focused in a few states, but they do amazing work. Democracy for America. I want Andy to talk a bit more about the Small in Action. And again, the one thing is basically all the organizations that provided trainers. As you can see, this was literally just a taste of the intensive trainings that pretty much all of them do. And so,
awesome, thanks. Hey, everybody. All right, so we're with Democracy for America. We are a people-powered PAC. We have more than 1 million members all over the country, and we do endorsements up and down the ballot in all 50 states to elect leaders who are going to fight for racial and economic justice, who are going to build progressive power, and who are going to run real people-powered campaigns. So I have a few things you got to do. One, if you are running for office, or if you know people who are transformative leaders who are about to flip a state legislature or change their city council or need to be in Congress already, then you should tell them to apply. It's democracyforamerica.com/apply. So please apply for our endorsement or send it to your favorite candidate or elected official. The second thing I'd love to invite you all to do is to participate in our night schools, which are grassroots, virtual, free, interactive trainings where we get some of the brightest minds to jump on the phones with a webinar and train you in some of these awesome skills and practice them. Our next one is May 11th. We'd love to have everybody join, and you can sign up for that on our website, democracyforamerica.com as well. And you can also organize alongside us. The DFA Dialer is a place where you can make phone calls and talk to voters and talk to leaders all over the country. We're doing a bunch of conversations with voters in Montana right now as we speak. So that's cool. And you can find that at democracyforamerica.com/DFA Dialer. And you gave me the mic, so I'm going to say just a couple last things, which is if you are running because you just want to add something to your resume, then I'm here to de-recruit you. If you're running because you are sort of fetishizing bipartisanship and you're going to kowtow to the establishment conventional wisdom that we have to give away our core values, then I also am here to de-recruit you. But if you're ready to run with courage and conviction for the communities and the people that you love, then we're all going to saddle up and ride for you. Let's do it.
I saw like a big stream of all of the compromisers. Next on the list is Communities for a Better Environment Action, and the amazing Andre Sala.
CBE Action is our new C4 operation, and in the limited time that we were there, we were part of the effort to create the supermajority on our Richmond City Council, but we also helped flip the Benicia City Council based upon our successful ballot to stop the Florida Crude by Rail project. We also are active down in Wilmington, California, which is part of Los Angeles, and a very dirty oil area, and as well as in southeast Los Angeles. So anybody who wants to help CBE's C4, CBE Action, we would welcome the help, because the more money we get, the more work we can do. Thank you.
Would you, if people were interested in more effective environmental justice work in their own communities, would you be willing to talk to them and give them some support? So they're really like one of the most amazing organizations, not just in the region but in the country. I also want to thank climatetruth.org. Actually, here, their work speaks for itself. Says Brad, but seriously, go in and sign up for them. I want to thank Blue America, which is one of the fiercest, no-compromise Democratic PACs in the country, and does really intense work on analyzing, especially the congressional primary races, and it's a really great informational resource as well. And I want to thank all of us. I don't know how. The organization, all of us. I'm also thanking all of us, but and I want to give a special shout out again to Yamjung Cho. She also did tremendous work in putting together the panels with herself. But I want to give us, because I didn't do it earlier, I want to give a special shout out now to all the panelists, and I was personally really moved and inspired, and I just want to give one big round of applause to the panelists. I want to give a huge thanks to 350.org Action. I don't know if you noticed, there was they were involved a little bit in this nice march that was yesterday, and they've been tremendously helpful to this and have guided a lot of the work that I do. And I want to thank Dominic Fangillo, who is about the organization that he is with and helping to build right now.
First of all, let's give a round of applause to everyone. Just so inspiring being here talking with all of you. I just wanted to offer an opportunity for anyone that may have more time than the candidates, who are going to be very busy in the next couple of years, that might be interested in helping out elected officials to protect New York is going national. We're working with partners all across the country. We launched a letter at the Paris Climate Talks, pulling together partners, and we need help. So if you're interested in helping out either in New York or elsewhere to help once you get elected, once elected officials get elected, to then leverage their position to make the biggest difference possible. Come see me. I'd love to get you involved. And also, if you're interested at my website, dominicfrangillo.com/toolkit, I put all the resources, and I know we're going to send a toolkit afterwards, but you can sign up for all the things I wish I knew when I graduated from college and ran for office. I put them all, saved you 10 years. Thanks so much.
We're going to wrap up very soon because we have to clear out, but before I do so everybody in the room everybody here got to do this in person, but we also had a live stream, and I want to thank Canada and Impact College, which it will be hosting the recordings of all the panels. And also, they help put together an online webinar set of the trainings, which you will be able to view as well. And that was done under the leadership of Mayor Morgan Goodwin, who I'm going to identify.
And Taylor Billings is back. I'm sure you're.
I was letting you.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. My name is Morgan, and we were in the other room taking care of participants who could not be here. But I just wanted to say thanks all. It's a pleasure, and just make a sort of introduce myself a little bit more. So I run a private leadership coaching practice called Progressive Coaching, where I explicitly work with leaders and change makers running for political change-making types of activities, including running for office. And the question I would pose to you is, for each and every one of you, no matter what your role in the upcoming political action, do you have the best support system around you that you could possibly have? Because this work is hard, it takes a long time, there's ups and downs, we have doubts and fears and worries along the way. And so I would offer to you that if you'd like to improve that support system and learn some of these leadership skills along the way, find me at progressivecoaching.org/climatehawks. And thanks, Brad. Awesome training. It's a really great team to have.
We have two people. We're going to close it out. We have R.L. Miller, the founder of Climate Hawks Vote, and then Whit Jones, the founder of Lead Locally, the two organizations who are, I would say, who put this together? Oh, wait, before I do this, I'm going to make sure that we can do this. And so I just want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for putting this together. It's kind of changing my life, so okay, just wait for that. Sorry.
Thank you. So my name is R.L. Miller. I founded Climate Hawks Vote. I am also the chair of the California Democratic Party's Environmental Caucus, which means that I get to hang out with a lot of Democrats in my day job, and they all want to know, how do I talk about climate? And more importantly, how do I talk about climate without making everyone around me want to slit their wrists? Because climate work is hard. Getting elected is hard, but running and winning on climate is really hard. So I started Climate Hawks Vote with the idea of building political power for the climate movement. I want to give you guys two words in the way of takeaways. This is where you pull out your pen or your Android and you take your notes, okay? First word is how. Y'all wrote that down, right? And I'm not a deep theorist. I'm not eloquent the way Brad is. Thank you, Brad. That was an amazing opening speech. I'm not, people look at me and they say, I've got this great idea. Why can't we this, that, and the other? Why can't we just everybody go vegan? Why can't we just funnel all the carbon emissions here? Why can't we put an initiative out to ban fracking in California? The answer to that one, by the way, is that the cost of the initiative is $108 million and $20. $8 million to put it on the ballot, $100 million to fight the oil companies' lies and propaganda, and $20 for a bottle of cheap tequila to drown your sorrows when you lose. Because it's not easy to simply say, I'm going to make a massive change at the state level without building local power first. And that's where I want to give the shout out to people like Dominic, people like Morgan, and everybody in this room who is working on those local elections, those local issues. We have banned fracking in 3 of California's oil-producing counties. We got 7 more to go, and it's not going to be easy. But that's where I need people to run for office. So I'm a problem solver, and when I see a problem, I don't sit there and I don't write deep things about why it's a problem. I just say, how do I fix this? And when I saw that there is a problem with climate change, with, on the one hand, lots and lots of green groups writing eloquent, urgent reports saying, we have a problem, but politicians, on the other hand, paying at most lip service to that problem, I said, how do I fix this? And the answer is in this room. The answer is to build political power for the climate movement, to run politicians at the grassroots level. Up until now, Climate Hawks Vote has been a federal organization. We've only backed candidates for Congress. That's going to change, and it's going to change soon, and it's going to change with you. As for how exactly I build political power, just see me afterwards because it's a long story, but I'm going to give you a short answer. It starts off with making a politician scared about job loss. Not your job, and not your job, but their own. Because that motivates them more than anything else that they can do. But I want to give you that second word. So you wrote down that word, how. And the second word is really important in the climate movement, and that word is hope. This is bleak in some ways. The science is bleak. The obstacles stacked against us can seem bleak. The right engages in denial. The left can engage in despair. Do not fall into that trap of despair. Do not ever give up hope. I don't back down. I don't give up. And I'm hoping that you are going to join me. I want to give a brief shout out to one small booklet that hasn't been mentioned before. It's been flying around here. If you haven't yet grabbed a copy, there's a few copies left. It's from a group called climatenarrative.org. And it's simply how to talk about climate change. How to talk about climate change and win. And it's not actually all that hard. There are three real simple answers, and it's acknowledge that you have a problem, acknowledge that there are villains, people in our way, and then acknowledge that there is a solution. And that seems really, really basic, doesn't it? But not enough people do that. Not enough people talk about the fact that climate change is a big problem. You wouldn't be in this room if you didn't think it was already a big problem. And so my final message to you is simply, don't give up hope, keep on fighting, and let's all build that better world. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. I'm going to be super quick. I know people need to get running. My name's Whit. If I haven't met you, I've recently started a project called Lead Locally, which I'd love to talk to you more at some point when we have more time. The one thing I wanted to plug is that evals have been going around for this training, and we would really appreciate folks filling those out and giving us real feedback about the sessions, what you liked, what you could have used more of, how was lunch, please tell us it was great, et cetera, et cetera. So if you don't have an eval form, please find one, and I can help you find one. And I'll be at the registration desk on the way out, and folks can hand it to you there. So I think that's it. Thank you all so much for coming. Really, really